Alright, and we're back. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the ATX VGC Monday Night Friendlies. Tonight, you are here with myself, Gemma, or Gems, as well as Rollercoaster up in the upper left, Tiki or Chase in the upper right, and then we've got Nibs down in the bottom left. How's it going, guys?
What's going on?
Let's see. Good. Are y'all excited? So tonight, we've got 4 best of 3s for the ATX VGC Monday Night Friendlies, as we like to call them here. None of them will feature any of us. This is a first, I think, for the Monday Night Friendlies where it's not us. It went from only being us to now it's none of us. So we've got 4 super exciting matchups. We have 3 that will be using the Series 5 rule set, 3 using the Series 6 rule set, and 1 still holding out and using the Series 5 rule set. So in our very first game, we are going to have, I think we've gone back to the, did we go back to the original order, or did we tell them that in Discord? I forget. But
I don't.
we never told them we were changing. Okay, sorry. A little behind the scenes magic. Game 1 will be against Woke Flossie. Hey there, White Tigers. How's it going? Welcome. So, in our very first game, we're going to have Woke Flossie versus Fortune. Fortune, a first-time battler, and Woke Flossie, returning champion. Then in our second game, we're going to have Charisma versus Rowan. Two battlers that we've seen several times here on stream. In Game 3, we're going to have Sir Wilson versus Tigers, who just said hey in the chat. And then finally, rounding out Game 4, we are going to be having Adam Santacos versus Professor Ragna. So every game except for Game 3 will be the new Series 6 rule set, so that includes the 16 banned Pokemon. A fun fact, 15 of those 16 have appeared in these ATX VGC Monday Night Friendlies. And one of them had a really nice feature on our Team Builder Tuesday last week, the one that hasn't been featured yet. So if y'all haven't seen that yet, go check it out. It is Chase, Rollercoaster and I kind of team building together on that. So with that, does anyone have anything that they want to throw out there before we get rolling with the first battle?
I think I'm good to go.
I'm pretty excited to see that one Pokemon that you were just mentioning.
I hope we see it. What about you, Rollercoaster?
Rip Hippowdon.
Rip Hippowdon, yeah. I believe that a direct quote from that stream the other day from Chase was, "We just won that game because of Hippowdon."
It's true, we did.
I think there was a specific one where I was like, I think we just win now because we have Hippowdon in the bag.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. Hippowdon OP. So with that, if y'all just give us 1 minute, we're going to flip to our BRB screen, and now we're back. So
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back,
everybody.
So what do you think you're expecting from this this upcoming set here, Chase?
I don't know.
I'm not sure what either of these players are running for Series 6.
My only insight was knowing what Amy was going to run, because I gave her some of the teams that I was looking at for the women's tour, which, by the way, if everyone does not know, it is this Saturday, correct?
It is this Saturday. We had Echo on Chase, and I believe, have I corrected it yet? It is better. Sorry, y'all. We're having a lot more people join, so I have a whole lot more of these Skype sources. So I have to mute a lot more things. So yeah, super excited about the women's tour. It's coming up this upcoming Saturday. If you're watching this live, there's still time to watch it, or still time to sign up. If you're a woman or identify as a woman or a non-binary person, it's open to all those folks. So yeah, feel free to ping me if you have any questions. I'll be playing. So.
Wow, I see a Dracozolt.
Yep, we do see another Dracozolt, perhaps inspired by the kind of dominance of Clefairy Dracozolt in Game 1. We see a little bit of overlap here from the last set. We also see a Porygon Z and Bisharp. From Rowan, we're seeing Flygon, which is a Pokemon I feel like I rarely see. Alolan Marowak. We see Tentacruel, one of Sir Wilson's absolute favorites. And Urshifu and Hatterene.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm going to guess that this is either a Scarf Flagon or a faster Flagon than Tentacruel with Bulldoze and Clear Body Weakness Policy Tentacruel. That's just my random guess.
That would definitely be an interesting way of self-rocking, setting yourself up real nicely. So here we go. We've got Charisma versus Rowan lining up here for the first game.
Yeah, Clefairy Hatterene, kind of an off-brand Indeedee Hatterene from Series 5. Probably not as good because of the no Psychic Surge, but then we do see it against a very hyper-offensive. I mean, who do you think has a better lead here?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about being able to get Trick Room up here, but I'm not feeling great about facing down that facing down the Talonflame and the Dracozolt. So depending on what the Trick Room Sweeper, presumably that Alolan Marowak coming in the back, might be in a decent position here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the Trick Room is probably better off in this situation, knowing you can get it up 100% of the time, unless there's some crazy tech that I have never heard of. But, Protect Clefairy.
A Taunt into the Clefairy.
And an Earthquake from Dracozolt.
Opting for that spread damage.
I will say, it seems kind of dumb that Dracozolt can miss Earthquake. How do you miss an Earthquake?
Very true. So, despite, the freeness of Follow Me Trick Room, Rowan preserving that Clefairy without having to get it taunted in this case.
Yeah, and I mean, we just might see a Helping Hand G-Max Smite into this Dracozolt slot right here.
Yeah.
Which, of all the G-Max moves, Smite is probably not the most broken, but it's the one that'll win you games you don't deserve to win.
Yeah.
Or wouldn't have won in any other way the most, I would say.
Ironically enough, there is another G-Max Pokemon with the identical effect, but it gets 0 play whatsoever.
Wait, is this G-Max Meowth?
It is the G-Max Gold Rush from Gigantamax Meowth.
I think I know why it gets no play compared to Hatterene, which is a good Pokemon on its own.
Very true. So we see the Dracozolt go ahead here and retreat. So we might not actually see a Max come out here from Rowan. He might be preserving that for the Alolan Marowak. And we see a double switch from Charisma, pivoting into Clefairy plus... and just enough for me to be completely wrong. We do see the Hatterene Max.
I mean, it was in a good position to max, but with the combination of Assault Vest and Friend Guard, I wonder how much this Hatterene Smite or Mindstorm is going to do into this Primarina.
Yeah, I'm curious. So we see Smite comes out, which will be setting up Confusion. That does a not 0 chunk right there, about 40%.
Yeah, it shouldn't 2-hit KO. I mean, it's in a position where it probably will not 2-hit KO if the Primarina Dynamaxes. I think. Actually, wait. It might 2-hit KO? I'm not sure.
When you consider, yeah. There is redirection on the field in the form of a Clefairy, though.
Yeah, but there's only redirection 66% of the time when you consider Smite.
That's
so
true. That is very
keep
true.
that in mind. So, I mean, I think this had... The one nice thing is that Charisma does have the max advantage here, turn-wise, with 1 extra turn. The bad thing is he could potentially lose all 3 of those turns to full Confusions, which it really depends here on these Confusion rolls, who's in the better position and who's not.
Yeah, which is one of my least favorite things about playing against G-Max Smite. Saying that as someone who played Gigantamax Hatterene pretty extensively in Series 4.
Yeah, I mean, well, you didn't even max yours that often.
No, I hardly ever maxed mine. Mine was there to set Trick Room and proc some weakness policies for Delmise.
Alright, we're 0 for 1 on Confusions.
Let's see if we can get a Confusion counter going.
I'm going to keep count. It's 0 for 1 right now. This Clefairy is going to get KO'd by the second one after the terrain gets set up here.
Exactly, yeah.
So, I think... I guess potentially a safe decision would have been to set up the Misty terrain from Charisma, although with both Pokemon already confused, I'm not sure how big of a deal it would be. And this does, oh my goodness, almost 50% through the Protect right there.
Yeah, Really interesting to see there. So now the rain is set up, which will make that Marowak's fire type attacks less effective. Not that it really wants to be going for any fire attacks right now, except for perhaps into Clefairy.
Yeah, we are seeing a Starfall here come out. Although I'm pretty sure a Helping Hand Geyser in the rain might KO this Hatterene, but something like a Starfall is probably the safer decision.
Yeah.
Like a Protect Starfall, as we were seeing before Charisma backed out for a second. But we do see the Helping Hand Starfall. I'm not sure if this gets the KO, but it might.
Yeah. Yeah, and overriding the Psychic Terrain.
For those counting, we are 0 for 2.
0 for 2 on Confusion hits.
Yeah. So this Hatterene has not gotten its money's worth yet by clicking Smite turn 1.
Yeah. It is always the gamble that every Hatterene player makes with, well, I hope to get one when it matters. So Clefairy actually snaps out of Confusion after only being confused for one turn. We see the Max Mindstorm come out here from Hatterene, boosted by the Psychic Terrain, but it's not really going to do a whole lot.
The Clefairy is attacked by its own Violate.
How much damage?
Probably, I think it gets the KO, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that Eviolite is pretty pointy, so when you're getting attacked by it, it's going to do some damage.
0 for 4 on Confusions. The shortest turns, like, to snap out of Confusion for both of these. This Primarina is in a pretty good position right here, being able to kind of clear off both Pokemon from the field.
Yeah.
And does this Talonflame have a flying move? I assume it does. Oh, it does not.
Interesting.
So I was going to say, we do not get the priority flying move.
Yeah, and now that Psychic Terrain is gone, if it had a priority flying move, it still couldn't use it.
Yeah, but I mean, something like just taking out the Hatterene here with Primarina and then Drakezolt being free to do whatever it wants the next turn is pretty safe. Or, ooh, this is a smart decision here. Anticipating the Dazzling Gleam and doubling out right away back into the Talonflame, knowing you don't have a priority move to go for anyways that you need.
Yeah, and you're going to be faster regardless, so the only priority move, Tailwind, doesn't really matter.
I will say it's very interesting that it feels like Charisma's in a pretty good position with the one-turn Dynamax advantage and not getting confused once, although Rowan has taken a single KO and Charisma has not yet.
Yeah, that's true. So here we see the Talonflame, the really nice-looking shiny Talonflame switch in. As Dazzling Gleam comes out, doesn't really do a whole lot of damage to anything. Primarina is being attacked by its own Assault Vest there.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
KO.
That was enough. I didn't think that would be.
Yeah, it must be like just HP bulk on the Primarina and no physical bulk.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, not a particularly bad choice. It's just, it's bad in this specific situation.
Yeah, kind of denying any KOs there is pretty rough. And now this Talonflame's in a bad position with the fact that it's raining, set up by Charisma himself.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty interesting. I mean, as long as Earthquake double connects, it's not that bad of a position, but I mean, that's a 64% chance to be in a good spot and a 36% chance to just pretty much lose the game.
Yep,
so it's not really a role you want to have to take.
Yeah, exactly. And he's already had some considerable luck already with the no confusion hits plus minimum confusion turns. So opting for Tailwind for what might be in the back.
And it does get the double connect, and that should be a double KO.
Yep. That'll be enough there.
Well, now Dracozolt is in a very good position, because we know the Clefairy is in the back, which isn't going to be doing too much damage, and it can get taunted by this Talonflame.
Yep.
And I don't know what the last one is. I mean, what do you think the last is? If it's something like, ooh.
It's Urshifu.
Dark.
Dark.
Right?
Yeah, that's dark. Earthbender stance.
Yeah, I'm starting to memorize these. Well, this is, I mean, Boltbeak just KOs his Urshifu if it
connects and it isn't redirected. So, real quick, in chat we had a question, what game are we on? We're currently on game 1 of set number 2.
Yeah, sorry about that. I did not see that question, but I mean, something like a Taunt Earthquake is pretty safe because you break a potential Sash on this Urshifu if it has it, and then you can just Bolt Beak it the next turn because I do not believe a Wicked Blow KOs the Urshifu. I mean, the Dracozolt.
Yeah, the Dracozolt. I don't think that it's going to be enough. I don't know anything about the way this Dracozolt is trained, but typically, I think... Oh, it looks like opting just to go ahead and go for the Protect here to avoid any possible damage, not knowing if the Wicked Blow might be enough.
Well, the Wicked Blow will still hit through that Protect.
Yeah, of course. So that might have been...
Oh,
it's enough. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. That either it's a not very bulky Dracozolt whatsoever, or that is a choiced Urshifu. I am not particularly sure. I'm just so used to like near max HP Dracozolt that I'm not 100% sure. I can calc it very quickly though.
Yeah, the Protect I don't think mattered quite as much because I believe that Urshifu would have been going first anyway and picking up that KO regardless of Protect. But yeah, that was pretty crazy into that game right there.
Yeah, I believe it is a choice banded Urshifu based on that damage, because even a 0 bulk Dracozolt from adamant non-choice banded Urshifu is only taking 74 to 87%. So it does look like it was a choice banded Urshifu.
Yeah. Very interesting to note. Okay. So
I mean, that's very strong against Charisma's team, especially in the late game.
Yeah. In terms of if you bring it in the late game, I think it's far more threatening than early on. The thing I might be afraid of is that Clefairy right off the bat being able to redirect the attacks into you.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting we don't see the Porygon Z come out here. Maybe it's because there's Follow Me support that could potentially live it. There's a Ghost type. There's Trick Room of that sort. But I would like to see Porygon Z potentially in a Game 3 if Charisma can take Game 2.
Yeah. No, for sure. I would as well. I think Porygon Z looks pretty strong here. If you're afraid of clicking that Hyper Beam, you can always go for the Max Darkness if you think that maybe that Alolan Marowak's going to switch in. But yeah. So let's see what Rowan's adjustment is here after taking that Game 1. Almost surprisingly, I don't think we quite foresaw that when we were calling the end of the game.
Yeah, it was just that even though Rowan maxed are we going to skip Bulldoze and Max Weakness Policy? I think I might have. Maybe that's what we're going to see here. I don't know.
So. Yeah, that definitely could be something. A +2 Max. I wouldn't be too surprised if a +2 Max Poison, Max Ooze was enough to KO that Clefairy as well.
Oh, I'm losing connection here really quickly. I don't know what's going on. It cut out for a second, but I think we're good.
Okay, perfect. So we see right off the bat here, Rowan goes ahead and Dynamaxes. I'm gonna guess it's that Tentacruel and not the Flygon.
Yeah, I would guess I really hope it's a Weakness Policy Tentacruel with Bulldoze support, because I really want to see that in action, and it sounds really cool. And I was kind of like willing it into existence by speaking about it in Team Preview.
And
but
it looks... that's it. Yep, so we do see the Turn 1 Dynamax coming out from Charisma as well, so everyone right out the gate here, Dynamaxing pretty early on in all of Series 6, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more of an offensive format for Series 6 than we were for Series 5, just because a lot of the defensive pivots are gone now with Incineroar and Tyranitar and things of that sort.
Yeah, a lot of switch-ins are gone.
Yeah, you don't have... Oh,
it looks like you spoke it into existence.
This makes me very happy.
It does a pretty decent chunk to that Tentacruel.
Yeah, we can just ignore that, because this +2 Max Ooze is going to do hopefully 45% to this. Oh, it's to the
Protecting Clefairy, which
that's a lot.
Still did quite a bit. So we're seeing a whole lot of hype come from the chat about that move right there.
Yeah, no, that is really cool.
We see the Max Starfall come out here into that Flygon, which did what it came here to do. It got the Bulldoze and it got out. Oh, actually,
and Focus Sash.
It's Focus Sash, so it didn't get out. So it's just naturally faster than this Tentacruel.
All right, I have a question for you, Gemma.
Yeah.
Does Flygon get fake tears?
Oh my gosh, if it does.
I don't think it does.
It's not a set I've ever seen. Supportive Flygon, I think it's interesting for sure. Never seen it go for fake tears, but it's +1 special defense right now, so it can, whatever it goes for, it's boosted if it's specially if it's more specially trained.
It might be like something like Scorching Sands. I know in singles there's been like a more stally Scorching Sands Roost set that has been going around. I feel like it would be special attack paired with this Tentacruel to weaken the Bulldoze a little bit more, but I don't know.
Yeah, the Bulldoze did a decent amount. So yeah, we see the Helping Hand come out here from the Clefairy into that Primarina, and you're reading right into it. The Scorching Sands coming out, +1 Scorching Sands, plus a Max Ooze here, into that Primarina, does about 50%.
Yeah, and based on the way that this Clefairy is taking these moves, I would say it's mostly especially defensive, potentially. And it might be in Choice Band Urshifu range at this point.
So we see the Max Overgrowth come out, only doing like 20% into that Tentacruel. Tentacruel is in fact a real Pokemon, contrary to popular belief, as said by Rollercoaster.
I think Tentacruel is a cool Pokemon, and not even just a real Pokemon. It's the only clear body user that is above like base 90 speed or something like that, now that Dragapult is gone.
Yeah.
The only other real clear body user we have is Kling, which I tried using and just it wasn't good enough. And I know Ashton Cox has been trying to use it for a very long time, because Shift Gear is one of the best setup moves in the game. That and Quiver Dance are, in any non-restricted format, the two best moves, because Geomancy does not exist.
Oh, and may it not exist for much longer. So we see the Scorching Sands again come here into this Clefairy. It is enough to live, despite the +2 special defense boost. Max Overgrowth coming from the Tentacruel is going to be boosted both by the +4 on its special attack and the already existing grassy terrain set previously by Charisma.
What special grass moves does Tentacruel get? I'm so confused.
I'm not
sure.
sure.
Does it get Nerfable?
Let's see. Giga Drain coming from the chat. Sir Wilson would know. He's run.
Yeah, it is Giga Drain. Yeah.
Yep. Foreshadowing from Gen 1. So Tentacruel was the first Dynamax Pokemon, supposedly. That's the lore that chat has worked out. So that Clefairy did end up getting itself a pretty nice little critical hit. I think it might have mattered on that Focus Sash Flygon.
Oh yeah, I do remember the giant Tentacruel from the anime back, like when I was younger.
Yeah.
It was the first Dynamax Pokemon.
So now Charisma's in a position, he can go for super effective damage with this Dracozolt with either, Bolt Peaks. He's not going to be faster than this Tentacruel. Tentacruels are quite fast. But the Earthquake can't be redirected away, which is nice.
Yeah, it can miss though.
It can, it's true. So let's see here. Apparently it also gets Solar Beam coming from chat.
Wait, what?
According to Showdown. Oh no, Showdown's not always...
But Solar Beam PM, so it...
Oh yeah, it would
should.
be.
Oh wait, we don't see... Does Dracozolt survive a Sludge Bomb?
Clefairy comes out with the Follow Me after Charisma's Clefairy went for the Helping Hand. We see the Sludge Bomb.
Nope.
Oh, no, it does not survive that.
Oh wow. That was
a clinic put on right there.
Yeah,
So that's how you beat Dracozolt.
Although I have to say, this Dracozolt wouldn't have gotten KO'd if it was Assault Vest.
It's true. If it was an Assault Vest Dracozolt after a Max Quake, you'd be in a much better position.
That is true, but that was a good set of games. I think Charisma ran into a bit of a bad matchup with running a Porygon Z team with a team that was like kind of hard countering Porygon Z with the redirection and the Ghost type. So there wasn't much to be done there. Like redirection plus Ghost type plus Trick Room is not a very common archetype that you'll see unless it is redirection plus Dusclops, which is a lot easier to work around than those three things being different Pokemon.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit of a bad matchup there, but it was also Rowan playing very well.
Yeah, really, really great game from our two battlers. That was only our second Series 6 best of 3 yet, so great job to them.
Hey, you like that video? We think you should check this out, and YouTube thinks you should check this one out. Be sure to subscribe for more content.